To understand how I got here, I need to show you something. This is Ashley, my coworker, and this is her photo of a golden trout she claimed she caught last year. It didn't look like any of the golden trout I had seen before, so I questioned whether it was really a golden trout. She thought it was, and it turns out she was right. Anyway, now I've got to catch one. The other thing to know is that I'm not competitive, and Ashley definitely isn't competitive. From the moment I first saw her golden trout grip and grin photo, I knew I had to catch a golden trout too. She was nice enough to plan a trip for me to go to the very lake she caught her golden trout, so I could have a very good chance of catching a similar fish. The alert, make noise, caribou. Perfect. Don't run.
Oh.
I know you wanted to run the whole way there, but it's not a good idea.
Oh shoot, well, that's, I guess I'll hold back on my running.
Explain the itinerary.
We're going past Christina Lake. Hopefully the trail continues up to Atlantic Lake. I believe it does. And then we are going to hoof it up to the Saddlebag Lakes, catch a lot of golden trout, and then camp again at Atlantic Lake, and then saunter on out of the woods. I hope we catch a lot of golden trout. That would suck if we made it up there and didn't catch any.
Well said, Ashley. It would suck if we made it up there and didn't catch any. We were at the beginning of a 26-mile backpacking trip designed specifically to get me a golden trout on the end of my line. It was at this moment when I thought back to my only other trip in the Wind Rivers. I had a very specific goal then, too. I wanted to capture a photo of wildlife in front of the total solar eclipse back in 2017. This is my best photo from that trip, so you can see I didn't achieve my goal. I hope that we would have better luck on this trip. No matter the outcome though, I told Ashley I wasn't counting on catching a golden trout because I believe happiness equals reality over expectations. To maximize my happiness, I was trying to keep my expectations low. Ashley was really pumping me up about this trip, but rain was already rolling in and the adventure had only started. Wouldn't be adventure without something, right?
Exactly.
Skills. Look at you.
Yes. Might not have that great of hand-eye coordination, but I have a arm-back coordination. Okay. Yeah, we basically have to get up this side anyway, so we could just go up this side.
Obviously, this was Ashley's second time going up to the lakes, so she had some ideas for how to make the journey easier on me. If my active listening was hearing things correctly, I'd be catching my golden trout without putting in as much work to get all the way up to the lakes. Cool, right? Thanks, Ashley. Catching golden trout was going to be tomorrow's work, though. With plenty of daylight left, this is where we played camp games like fish for brook trout, watch a dog eat a stick, and keep the dog away from our dinner.
Go lay down.
Lay down, Sage. This is going on the internet. And hang your food and trees away from the bears. I brought a bear canister, so I missed out on that game.
Oh, that was not what I wanted.
Originally, not a fan of the bear canister, but now, totally a fan. Oh, we also have to do a beer review.
Oh, okay. This is a Stone Stout? Woot Stout? Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Woot Stout, I believe, by Stone Brewing. Brewed with pecans, wheat, and rye. Aged in bourbon barrels, but only a quarter of it. Sounds pretty good. So.
I mean, it's a backpacking beer, so I got to come through with that percent.
Oh, yeah, what is it? 11 and a half Schnikes, and we're at 10,247 feet.
Well, a little higher now.
A little higher up here, so yeah, so hopefully I'm awake after I drink this. Cheers. You're the real hero. Packing these in, and it is delicious.
Pretty good. Pretty smooth.
Pretty good. I don't know if it's the fact that we're in nature many miles in, but it's really good.
Yeah, I think it might be that. You can taste the ABVs, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much the bourbon barrels.
I got a hint of that, but like only a quarter of it is, so.
You get a little bourbon color. Pretty dark, not super dark. I love this time of the day. It's so quiet. Still no fish rising. But look at that view. Here, you gotta look at me for the selfie feature.
The selfie feature?
Yeah, I can see me in your glasses.
Oh. We're almost there. We just have to make it up like that saddle right there. And that's where we're going.
Just made it up the big boulder field. Really good time, actually. Put a little bit of hustle in it. I gotta find Ashley. She took a different route. I don't think she beat me, but maybe she did. I haven't seen her. Oh, there she is.
Oh, I see them. Those are the Saddlebag Lakes.
Right in front of us?
Yeah, like this one's that other lake. Right that up there, that's the lower Saddlebag.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I thought we had to go, I don't know why I thought further back.
It's 8:53, Chris. We're making it there in 2 hours by 9. I did not think we'd be at Saddlebag by 9. Oh, crap. Hopefully you got that on camera.
I just wing it, you know. Sometimes it's really shaky and people probably don't like it. But
it's pretty fun that you're filming this much.
I used to set up my tripod, get a steady shot, walk, then come back and get it. And now I'm just a total lazy filmmaker. Holding a cell phone, walking, not keeping it steady, tripping over myself.
I'm not even holding a cell phone, I just twisted my ankle. So luckily my ankles are like elastic because of gymnastics, and I can twist them as many times as I want and they don't get hurt. It's a cool superpower. We made it!
Oh, I'm getting excited and nervous. I haven't been this excited and nervous in a long time since the Cougar Cup. Since the Cougar Cup. If you remember, Ashley is my coworker, and one day in the office I made the dumb joke to another colleague of ours that if anyone would be eaten by a mountain lion, it would be Ashley, since I'm faster over short distances. Our other colleague wasn't buying it, so she organized a 200-meter dash to settle things once and for all. Note, Ashley is in the light blue, and I'm the tall goof in yellow. I'm also the one holding the first place trophy. Ashley's holding the wooden squirrel, and I don't know what that means, but long story short, it was nuts, and I was victorious.
I lost. I was kitty snacks.
But she's definitely smoking me with the golden trout catches. So.
Well, up until right now, but you may overtake me in like the next 10 minutes. There's kind of like a nice little grassy area by the inlet outlet.
Like the sounds of that, because you know grassy areas are good for napping.
Napping, exactly. Yeah, last time I only caught one because we got up here so late.
If the time you arrived at the lake dictated how many fish you would catch, we would have crushed it. However, that wasn't the way it worked out. The moment I shot these clips was about the time I realized I'd be going home without my incredible golden trout fishing story. This was about 5 hours into a day of pretty slow fishing. It's actually surprisingly comfy. Let's be real, this isn't how someone looks if they think they're seconds away from getting a nibble. Here I'm talking about how comfy my rock pillow is. Seconds later, I saw a bald eagle fly by. I could even see golden trout swimming around and ignoring all of what I had to offer them. It wasn't great, but it was impossible to be too disappointed. The setting was breathtaking, the weather was great, and now I had a reason to come back sometime. It wasn't long after these clips were captured that we packed up and headed back to camp, where the brook trout fishing was much better. Get in the water. So look at where I am. That is just so beautiful, I think. Oh man, I love this. It is just about as good as it gets. That's what it looks like that way. Just a nice little creek full of fish. Some are bigger than others, but got my trusty companion making sure none sneak by. Right, Sage? Sage? Right? Sage is a good dog. Nice, nice little one. We'll get it back in the water. Fish number 2. This dog loves fish. I love fish too. All right, back you go. Pretty cool, huh, pup?
All right, it's our last day. We're just getting going for the morning. I'm gonna miss this view. Lots of great stuff on this trip, so no golden trout, but can't complain. What a great way to spend a weekend. All right, I'm fed and watered and happy.
Huh?
I said I'm fed and watered and happy.
That's good. Sager wasn't quite ready to be done sleeping. Now that she likes her little sleeping pad.
At the end of the day, there's not much more I can say. I'm the winner of the Cougar Cup, yet the cat's got my tongue. It certainly didn't end how I would have liked, but this trip was the closest I have come to catching a golden trout. I guess regardless of whether the challenge is catching a specific fish or winning a 200-meter dash, Ashley and I are both still searching for gold. Who knows if either of us will find it, but I have a feeling that if we keep giving it our best, we'll find gold fast enough.